Welcome. Today, I want to guide you into a perspective that most people never consider. We live as if our minds are fragile, as if every mistake, every habit we struggle to break, every thought that repeats endlessly is proof that we are broken. But this is a misconception. Your mind is not broken. It is poorly designed. And understanding this is the first, and perhaps most liberating, step toward real change. Imagine for a moment a machine. Not just any machine, but one that was never calibrated perfectly. It functions. It survives. It accomplishes tasks. Yet, it does not work with the smoothness, efficiency, and clarity you might desire. You would not say it is broken. You would say it was never designed to be perfect. That is precisely what your mind is. It was built to adapt, to survive, to respond to the environment it has known. It was not built to live a life of clarity, purpose, or intentionality. And yet, many of us are surprised when we feel trapped, frustrated, or limited by the patterns it produces. Your mind is a system, a network of infinite connections, constantly shaping your experience. Every thought you have, every emotion that arises, every habit you repeat, is an output of this system. And most people try to change the outputs without ever addressing the system itself. They attempt to think differently, to feel differently, to act differently, without touching the architecture that produces those experiences. This approach rarely works, because it is like trying to redirect water without altering the channels through which it flows. True change requires redesign. Consider your habits. They feel like personal traits, almost like they define who you are. But they are not permanent. They are circuits in your mind, strengthened over time by repetition, attention, and energy. Some circuits serve you. They help you navigate the world efficiently. Others are limiting. They keep you small, reactive, or trapped. None of these circuits are inevitable. None are fixed. They exist simply because your mind reinforces what it already knows, not necessarily what you wish it to know. And this is a fundamental truth: you are not your habits. You are the system that produces them. And you can reshape that system. Now, I invite you to imagine your mind as a city. Streets, highways, alleys, bridges, and tunnels span endlessly. Some streets are wide, smooth, and well-lit. They lead directly to creativity, clarity, and focus. Other streets are narrow, dark, congested. They lead to fear, anxiety, distraction, and repetition. The city exists as it does because it was built by the cumulative decisions, habits, and experiences of the past. But you are not a passive resident in this city. You are the urban planner, the architect. You can redesign the roads. You can widen the paths that serve your growth. You can close down the streets that lead to nowhere. You can build new bridges and tunnels, creating connections that transform the flow of traffic entirely. The first step in redesigning your mind is observation. Step back and watch the traffic of your thoughts and emotions. Notice which pathways repeat endlessly. Notice where congestion occurs. Notice where patterns trap you, even in ways you have normalized. Do this without judgment. Do not criticize yourself for what you observe. Simply see it, as an architect observes a building, noticing every detail, every corner, every structure that makes it function. Awareness is the foundation. Without it, design is impossible. From awareness comes understanding. Begin to map the patterns. See how one habit triggers another. See how one belief produces an emotion, which in turn reinforces the thought, which cycles back into the belief. Recognize feedback loops that keep repeating. Some cycles are protective. Others are limiting. Some provide comfort without growth. Others create tension but open the door to possibility. Understanding these patterns is essential. Only by seeing the inner workings of your mind can you begin to consciously rebuild it. And then comes design. This is where the transformation occurs. Design does not require struggle or force. It requires intention, clarity, and patience. Visualize yourself carefully rewiring the circuits of your mind. Strengthen the connections that serve your purpose. Weaken or redirect those that no longer serve you. Build entirely new pathways where none existed before. Choose which habits, thoughts, and emotional responses you will reinforce, and which you will discard. Every choice, every intentional act, is a brick in the structure of your redesigned mind. Imagine the left side of your mind as a fragmented, chaotic place. Thoughts collide. Emotions flare. Habits repeat unconsciously. It feels reactive, limited, and heavy. Now imagine the right side, structured, connected, intentional, capable of observing patterns, responding wisely, creating rather than reacting. The transformation from chaos to clarity is not mystical. It is understanding the system and deliberately creating new pathways, new connections, new structures. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are the architect. And as an architect, your first duty is observation, then understanding, and finally, design. Notice the habits that dominate your mind. Trace the beliefs that color your perception. Identify the emotional responses that repeat automatically. See them for what they are, structures of your mind, circuits that can be redesigned. And then begin, slowly, deliberately, intentionally, to change them. Redesign takes time. It takes patience. It takes clarity. Every small choice matters. Every time you pause before reacting, every time you choose a thought rather than letting one appear unconsciously, every time you notice a pattern and decide to redirect it, you are reshaping your mind. You are creating the architecture that allows clarity, focus, resilience, and freedom. You are constructing the mind you wish to live with, piece by piece, circuit by circuit. Think of your mind as a garden. Some plants grow freely, taking over every space. Some roots choke others. Weeds appear where they are not wanted. But the gardener can prune, redirect growth, plant seeds, and create order. Your attention, your awareness, your choices, they are the tools of the gardener. You are the gardener. You are the architect. You are the one who chooses what thrives and what fades away. This is why self-help alone, or motivation alone, is never enough. Motivation can inspire action. It can create a spark. But it cannot rebuild the structure. It cannot redesign the architecture. Only awareness, understanding, and intentional design can do that. And design is available to you, in every moment. Every thought, every choice, every action, is an opportunity to restructure the system, to strengthen the circuits you desire, to create new pathways toward clarity, calm, and growth. So, I invite you now to breathe, to reflect, to notice the workings of your mind. Observe the traffic, see the patterns, map the circuits, and begin to design. You are not broken. You are not trapped. You are poorly designed, yes, but design is always within your control. You are the architect. You are the builder. You are the creator of the mind you wish to inhabit. And finally, remember this, the mind you want already exists inside you. It is not something foreign or distant. It is already present, waiting for your awareness, your patience, and your intention to bring it into reality. Every moment is a chance to rebuild, to redesign, to reshape. Your mind is not broken. It is poorly designed. And that design is yours to control. You are the architect. You are the builder. You are the creator. And the journey begins now, with this very thought, this very breath, this very choice to observe, understand, and consciously create.